And I couldn't be more pleased but to welcome Mr. Joe Avellone, candidate for Massachusetts governor, here at the Jefferson-Jackson Dinner on the Cape and Islands. Welcome to Hyannis, Joe.
Oh, my pleasure to be here. It's a wonderful day and fantastic weather. A great day to be on the Cape.
It's a fantastic day to be here on the Cape, and you're running for governor. You have told me that you have a desire to promote three strong issues: jobs, health care, education. Can you talk a little bit about those and how you plan to implement those as governor if elected?
Absolutely. I'm come from a healthcare background myself. I'm a surgeon, healthcare executive, and now I run a large global medical research business. So I'm coming from the private sector. But I know that the issues that we have before us are jobs, lots of new jobs around the state, including on the Cape, but certainly in our older urban environments. We have to improve the poorer performing schools. We have some good performing schools, but the poorer performing schools have a huge achievement gap, and we're leaving a lot of kids behind. We can't really do that. And the third issue that I've really found on the campaign trail, I've been running for over a year, is substance abuse and addiction. We have a large and growing crisis. A lot of it's from prescription drugs that are being misused, and then young kids in particular getting quickly addicted and then moving on to heroin, if you can believe that. And it's really happening all over the state. I have a very strong plan to deal with this differently. I think it points up that we have not been treating it as the health disease it really is, and instead have been treating it as a criminal justice issue. So my plan would be to stop putting people in the county jails, which is where they end up for these kinds of for addiction, basically, and the minor crimes, nonviolent crimes that go to support their habit. Get them into treatment, and essentially to treat it for what it is—a health disease, a health issue.
Those are fantastic issues to work on. We've seen an alarming rise in prescription drug use, heroin use here on the Cape and Islands. It's become a strong issue for us to contend with, so we're very glad to see you taking on that issue. Also, you have ties to Cape Cod, I understand. Not only are you a Wellesley native, but you have ties here to the Cape. Can you talk about that?
I do. Been coming to the Cape for about 30 years, and my family and I spend every minute that we can here in Chatham in particular, which is a place we love. But every part of the Cape is special, and certainly part of being governor is to keep the unique nature of Massachusetts the way it is, and that's the way I feel about the Cape and Islands in particular. One of my stronger issues is the environment. We have to get very serious about climate change and start to do things even beyond what Governor Patrick has done. He's gotten us on a good path, but in order to hit those aggressive targets to lower climate emission and keep the sea levels from rising, we're going to have to do things like a carbon tax that would, revenue neutral one, but a carbon tax that would start to make people feel the true cost of fossil fuels and start to change their habits. So we're going to have to do more of that as well. And I think you have to take bold action now to prevent longer-term problems that we're inevitably going to have with rising sea levels here on the Cape in particular.
Well, we appreciate your stance on sustainability issues, and coming from a strong business background, I can see that you obviously see the importance in pairing the business and corporate solutions along with the legislative solutions as well. So thank you very much for bringing that to the table.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I think going back to jobs, we've got to bring lots of new businesses to areas, and businesses can be almost anywhere. I run a large global operation. We have 15,000 employees in 50 countries and 3,000 here in Massachusetts. And if we have the right job skills, we can bring lots of jobs to the state and to the Cape. And that means working much more aggressively with our community and state colleges and even our vocational schools to make sure we're lined up with these modern industries. That's what I can bring. That's what I can bring to the governor's office. That's been my experience running a large global business. There's lots of places in the world where these new companies can go and new businesses can go, but we need to have them come here. And I think if we use our education system right, we can do that and create lots of opportunity for our young people.
Well, it sounds like you have a very interesting and aggressive plan to spring forward towards the governorship, so we wish you the best of luck in that. Whatever support we can give as Cape and Island Democrats we want to offer, and thank you very much for coming and seeing us on the Cape.
Thank you, Mike. It's my pleasure. It's always great to be here.